What is up everyone, welcome to another video. This is the third part of video series with Akriti, who's studying in UMBC, and recently she got internship at PayPal as software engineer. It's an inspiring story and that is what we talk about in this part. Like always, I'll leave the timestamps right here, so if you want to skip to any part of the video, you're more than welcome to skip. In this video we talk about how she got the internship, what was her internship search strategy, how she applied, career fairs, interview preparation, and what was the interview process at PayPal. Akriti, if you're watching this, thank you so much for doing this. It means a lot to me and our UD Squad community. Last but not the least, thank you so much for all the love and support. Every single comment means a lot to me and motivates me to make more valuable content just like this one. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and now I will let you enjoy the video.
People who don't know you and haven't watched the first part, let's give a quick intro. Where are you from in India and what do you do right now in United States?
Hello everyone. I'm from Ranchi, Jharkhand in India. I came to United States for pursuing my masters in computer science.
That's awesome. And again, we did a first part of this video. Go and watch it. Watch that one. It's super inspiring how she got her entire master full fukat mein. Full free. So do you think that career fair is important? One, I think a lot of people think that has this misconception that career fairs are not important for international students, and two, do you think somehow they helped you in getting into PayPal?
If I talk about me, it was helpful for me. The reason being because I could I knew about the posts opening before going to career center, and I saw that there were two posts that were of my interest, but there was one post that particularly interested me. That was the React.js and Node.js position, but I was not completely sure whether I should apply for it or not because I don't have any experience or any projects on React.js or Node.js. So that is where it helped me, because I spoke to the person there who were there in the career fair, and I asked him that, is there something you are specifically looking for in this role, or would the knowledge of JavaScript suffice?
Nice.
So he told me that we are looking for good people. React.js and Node.js is not a mandatory thing. Please go and apply. That was something that he told me, and that is how I applied to it. And
you got it. I mean, you got at least the chance of interviewing it, and then you cleared the interview, which is awesome. What kind of preparation did you do to get to, or like you to build your profile for software developer position?
When my interview was scheduled, it was scheduled in the college. We have interview rooms where my interview was scheduled with PayPal, and there were 2 days of my complete seriousness, my complete dedication for preparing for the interview, because I knew that job market is a big struggle and I didn't want to flunk this opportunity. So I completely dedicated 2 days. I researched about the company. I reached out to people or to my connections from University of Maryland, Baltimore County, who are currently in PayPal, and I revamped my resume. I went through all the topics of my resume. I basically revised my resume. I thought about all the projects that I had done in my past, what were the challenges I faced, what were the technologies I had worked on, and all the technical things. So it was majorly about JavaScript that I had done, application building. So I was in a product-based company, and in that I got a lot of opportunities to work on different projects in the company, which I feel I was very lucky.
Yeah.
And I worked on the user interface part. I did a lot of things. So basically ours was a small company. It's not a large scale company. So because we are a medium scale company, I was exposed to many different things. And that is why I feel myself lucky to be a part and having experienced all those things. So I just remembered all those things again. And that's how I prepared for PayPal for the first interview round.
Before even you went for an interview to get your resume selected, what kind of changes did you make to your resume so that your resume got picked?
Okay, so about this, there was no selection made in the resume. Everyone who applied to PayPal through UMBC Works were invited for the first interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So everyone received an interview call, and that's why I feel I was lucky, because I got an opportunity to talk, I got an opportunity to share my story, I got an opportunity to showcase my skills, and that is where I am really glad about UMBC and the career center that they are doing.
Right. So what was your first round like? What did they ask you?
So in the first round, they basically, we were talking about my work experience and what are the projects that I have worked on, how my life at EQ was. So basically, I was leading 3 people in the team, and that was when I was already experienced with the user interface, and they handed me that product from scratch. That, this is the thing you have to do. Just start it. And after I was done with the framework, the basic framework, I guided other people to put things in, and that's what we were also talking about. And then I was given a small coding question, JavaScript. I think he opened an interface, a normal JSWidl kind of interface, in which we have to, yeah. So JSWidl is just an interface for JavaScript coders, and we have many others. So he opened an interface, and I did it in one shot. Like all the test cases they ran. So about the coding question, there was one thing I think is really important when you're doing the coding question. Don't just think on your own. Speak it out loud when you are interviewing, or when the person is sitting in front of you, so that he or she gets to know about your thought process, what is going, and what are the test cases that you are thinking about. I spoke it out loud, and I was smiling all the time in the interview.
That's a good sign. Yeah, no, and this is very, very important. Yes, because we want to know, as a recruiter or a hiring manager, we want to know your thought process, like how are you trying to solve the problem. So yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very basic questions were asked in the first round, all about what do you know about REST calls, and they were all really.
How long was your interview?
It was for around 1 hour.
Okay.
Yes.
So first round was basically all your resume, basic questions, and one coding question.
Yes.
What happens after that? What happens after that?
I had forgotten about the interview. I had no hopes. I was not thinking about it.
Why? Why?
Because there were a lot of people interviewing for that position, and when I spoke to the person interviewing me, he told me that there is only one position that is available, and we are interviewing people from UMBC as well as UMCP, that is University of Maryland College Park. And so interviews were going on parallelly. At UMBC and UMCP, there was another person from his team who was interviewing people at UMCP. So I was like, I don't know if I stand a chance, because UMCP is a cream college, and like, why me?
So you forgot about this interview. You thought like, I'm not gonna get it. So what happened next?
Yeah. So one fine day, I just received an email from.
How long was that gap? So in September you did the interview. When was the interview you did?
Don't exactly remember the date, but
Yeah.
maybe it was 25th or 26th of September, around that.
Okay.
So approximately 5th or 6th of October, I received an email that they received. So PayPal said that they have received a positive feedback from my interview, and they would like to invite me for an on-campus, on-site interview, and that I should share my details of my availability. And that was the email, and I jumped off my bed like.
So you went on site. How was that experience?
Yeah, so again, like before going to on-site, I was like, this is it. I again revised all those concepts, as you said. Like, I didn't want to be weak anywhere. So after the first interview, I realized that there are some concepts that I am missing. And I just jotted down those points first, that what are the topics that I need to work on. They were all bullet points. And then I just started scratching off one by one when the topic was done, that, I have to make.
What are those topics? Like, what do you, when you say topics, like what kind of topics did you started jotting down?
Everything that was in my resume. There was not even a single word that I missed out on my resume. So it is like, if you wake me up in my sleep and ask me what is this, if that is on my resume, I can blabber in my sleep.
Yeah.
That is the kind of preparation that needs to be done. That is what I feel before going for an interview, because that is something you have written in your resume. And if you are not honest to that, then how will a company trust you?
Yeah. Was it tech interview or was it a behavioral interview?
Yeah, so it was a 2 hour technical interview that was scheduled, and there were 4 people in my panel, which already made me nervous. So basically, I kind of knew the structure of my interview before I even went, because I spoke to the people at PayPal from UMBC that can you just give me a general brief idea of how an interview is held, because it's a 2 hour technical round. So I knew that there's going to be approximately 1 hour for one coding question, and 1 hour is going to be again for the resume discussion. I also researched about the panelists. I learned their name by heart because, when I went there for the interview, when he was introducing me, my manager, who was going to be my manager, when he was introducing me, I knew everyone's name by face.
So now comes where you enter the room, 2 hours of 4 people is waiting for you. What happens then?
Yeah, so there was my manager. He introduced me to all of them. And so there was one person, he was the same person who was there in the career fair.
Mm.
And he was the same person I had spoken to in the career fair. So
Right.
I've seen you. I've seen you at the career fair. And it's not just me. He responded in the same way that I believe we have met. Just like, yeah, we have met. And that's when you establish a one-to-one connection immediately.
So a career fair did work for you. See, if you wouldn't have gone to career fair, you wouldn't be able to connect with that person if you wouldn't have gone. So I think that's why you should not miss out on those opportunities. Anyway, continue your interview. Yeah.
Yes. So then after that, we sat. I was sitting here, right here. There were 4 people sitting in front of me, and everyone looking at me as if I don't know. And then I just took deep breaths. I calmed myself, and I was smiling that. And before leaving the house, I looked into the mirror, I smiled, and I said, "You can do it." That gives me confidence. That's the way I follow, and that was super helpful for me. So after I entered the room, everyone was there. They introduced. There was a short introduction that went, and so the interviewers were great. Everyone who was sitting, they felt me. They made me feel like it is my own company. It's my own team already. And I was not nervous at all after we started talking, because it started with brief introductions about them. There was some humor involved, and all my nervousness just went away.
Yeah. What kind of questions did they ask you?
Yeah, it started with a coding question. I didn't know how to do it. Like, it's not like I was very confident, or like, I know how to do it. I didn't know that. So there were a few pointers that I would like to share with my experience. Firstly, the person who was majorly involved with the coding experience, he did not like single spaced line codes. He said that let's keep double spaced codes, the lines. And that is something that I kept in my mind for the entire time. And I practiced that. Secondly, when you code, the variable names you use should not be just A, B, C, I, J.
Yes. yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. It should be some meaningful names, and that is something I knew, and that is something I followed. And so to start with, I didn't know how to start with. They helped me through it. In the entire thing, they were very helpful. They helped me through it, and they did not leave it at it. There was one point when I was struggling. I was like, oh, how to do it? I don't know. So I was completely honest, and I told them that I am a little bit away from practice. So there was some even syntax problems that I was facing, because I was still out of practice since a long time. But they helped me through it, and then when at the end,
and they gave you computer, or like was it on whiteboard?
Yeah, it was on a computer. They opened a JSPiddle, and in that we were doing. And so the interface was already prepared. Some part of the interface, Eric had already prepared.
Yeah. So then you cleared that first round, first question. Was there any other programming questions, or was it discussions?
No, it was just one question, and then we moved on to my resume. So basically, I was asked again the same questions, and so Eric was the person who had interviewed me. There was Eric who had interviewed me for the first round, and he was again present in my second as a panel for my second round. So he was guiding through the resume, like, can you tell about what you told me that day about this project or that project? And we were speaking about those projects again. So there was one thing they asked me that, can you also code in Java? Do you want us to give you a coding question in Java? So I was like, yeah, definitely, I can give you, I can do it. You can give me. And I was open to it. And even though they did not ask, maybe they were checking my confidence, but I was confident that given a question, I'll be able to do it because I have been practicing Java questions. And so that's how it went. And the interview experience was amazing for me. I'll actually share how it ended.
Yeah, sure.
So it ended with showing me around the entire PayPal office. He asked me if I was free for maybe, it was overtime already, but he asked me if I had some more time and then he would like to show me the office. He took me around different floors, maybe 3 to 4 floors. He showed me his team. He showed me people. He introduced me to many other people. And that is when I thought my interview went positively, because he's taking some extra time to show me around, which was a positive thing. And it made me really confident.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big sign that why would they make you meet with other people in the team and all that. But yeah, that's so good. Do you have tips for people who are applying for PayPal?
Applying for any company, I would say there are all these tips that you should be very familiar with your resume, and you don't want to hesitate answering any question in front of them. And interviewers are not the persons who will kill you. They are your friends. They'll help you. They'll guide you. You just have to be open and honest. Don't try to fake yourself in the interview. Be who you are, and you will be good. You will do good.
Yeah. What's the salary range for people working at PayPal for internships? Yeah.
For internship, it's approximately, I would say, $35 to $38 per hour, as on Glassdoor. That is what I had researched when I was offered. And housing is provided beyond this. They provide a very amazing luxury house, which unfortunately due to COVID-19 is not in our
right. Doing remote internship.
Yeah. So they provide a very beautiful house, because I got a feedback from all those people that they were very happy about the house, and they also provide cleaners for the house, and I was so excited.
That's so cool. Yeah, no, maybe I should start applying at PayPal. That's awesome. Any final words of wisdom before we end this video?
After my second interview with PayPal, I was asked if I was open to opportunities, and there was the other team where I was really fit for, and they wanted to interview me for the other team. So that is where I was open to opportunities, and I said yes. And I think that worked out for me pretty well. And this was the other manager who wanted to schedule a call, because my work experience matched the profile of the other team. And Keith recommended me to the other team. And that was, I think, people be open to opportunities, and just don't be disheartened. Even though I loved the team, but I was like, okay, let's give this another chance. And this team is amazing, equally amazing as well. So
that's cool. That's good to know. Thank you again, Akriti, for doing this. This means a lot to me, sharing your entire journey with us. Hopefully we'll bring you back when you finish your internship, because then I would like to know what did you learn in your internship, and maybe more about Node.js and AngularJS or whatever, React.js. We can do like a tutorial kind of thing, but it'll be fun. Do you want to end the video until our next one?
Keep smiling, keep hustling.
Nice.